Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick live to talk about the new visa integrity fee of $250, which has recently been introduced. Visiting the US will now require a $250 visa integrity fee. The US will now require international visitors to pay a new visa integrity fee of at least $250 in addition to any other visa fees. So make sure you join the conversation in the comment section as we talk about this new visa fees, what it is and what its purpose, who is affected and who is exempted, the potential pros and cons, and what it means for international visitors planning to come to the US. So the visa integrity fees affect non-immigrant visa applicants. Non-immigrant visa applicants include F1 student visas, B1, B2, B1 for tourists, B2 for B2 for tourist, B1 for business. Also, work visa, temporary work visa, H1B visas, and other visa categories that are in the non-immigrant categories. So $250 in addition to whatever fees are associated with that non-immigrant visa category. For example, for H1B visas, if you need to apply to come to the US, in addition to the $205 that you guys were paying, you will need an additional $250. So in this video, we're just gonna break down their visa integrity fees. So that's part of the big, beautiful bill that was recently passed into law on July 4th of 2025. So the reason for that, according to the Department of State and Homeland Security, is to restore integrity back into the U.S. immigration. That includes strengthening the borders, strengthening their immigration enforcement, deterring visa overstays, and funding border security. So a lot of people are having conversations about this. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? How does it affect the people who are trying to come to the US, either as visitors, either as temporary workers, or as students? So let's talk about who is affected. Obviously, is only non-immigrant visa applicants. The other people who are exempted are people from over 40 countries who are part of the visa waiver program, and also citizens of Canada and Bermuda. So those could be exempted from those extra fees that people now have to pay. These fees, they're saying they are refundable, but we all know how long non-immigrant visas take. Sometimes, for example, if you have a B2 visa, which is a tourist visa, and it's a multi-entry visa, it can be up to like 5 years. So you have to wait for 5 years to get your money back. The thing is, they don't even have systems in place to show how you're going to be refunded your money. Either you'll forget about it after you've stayed for 5 years, or the process is going to be so long for you to be refunded your money to a point where you'll be like, forget about it. I don't know how many people will be able to pursue that because they're saying the fees are due upon issuance of the visa. So if you apply for the visa and you're approved, then you're supposed to pay the $250. If you don't get approved for the visa, then you don't pay. You don't pay for that. After 5 years, you get refunded your $250 on condition that you abide by the rules of that particular visa category. For example, you don't overstay your visa, you don't work without authorization, you leave the US within the allocated time, or give or take 5 days before your visa expires. If you abide by those terms, they're saying that you're eligible for a refund. And like I said, I'm not sure how long the refund process is going to take. If you don't abide by those rules, then you forfeit your $250. It's kind of like a security deposit when you're going to rent an apartment. They ask you to give a month deposit. It's like a security deposit on condition that you take care of the apartment, you don't mess it up, you don't break anything. And if the apartment is still in good condition after the end of the contract for the lease, then you get your money back. In this case, is if you're abiding by the rules of that particular visa category, then you'll get your money back. So the other caveat is if, for example, you change your status from non-immigrant to a permanent resident, you forfeit your fees. So once you change that, for example, if you came in as a visitor, you found somebody to marry you, you got married, and now you're in the process of changing your status from a non-immigrant to a permanent resident, then you don't qualify to get that money back. This is supposed to be effective fiscal year 2025, which we are already in. It started on October 1st, 2024 to September 30th of 2025. But it hasn't been implemented yet, and they're saying that the Department of State, Homeland Security, they might increase the fees depending on inflation. So it's not a fixed 250, it's a minimum of 250. So they're saying the benefit to the US could be about 29 billion shillings. Dollars, I'm so Kenyan, $29 billion over 10 years that the US is going to make from collecting all these fees. They hope that they will not spend too much money and manpower to enforce visa rules and that people will abide by these visa rules because they want to get their $250 back. What do you think about that? Do you think that now people are going to be more serious about abiding to their visitor visa or temporary visa, non-immigrant visa rules because of the $250? Or what do you think about that? $250 is not a small amount, by the way. I don't know whether that's going to deter people from coming to the US, or are they going to take their money and business elsewhere where they are not asked or required to pay $250? So, because, for example, if you're coming with a group of 4 people and each person is paying, if you're a family and each person is paying $250, that's an extra $1,000 that we could potentially use for something else. So let me know what you guys think about this. Like I said, it's part of Trump's big, beautiful bill that was passed in just recently on July 4th, 2025. What do you think about the new visa integrity fees? Make sure you join the conversation. Let me know what you think. I just needed to come on the live and just highlight these visa integrity fees that are going to affect non-immigrant visa applicants in the near future. They don't have an exact start date on when they're going to implement this. I don't even think they have any processes in place. There's no timeline for implementation of the fees or any direction as to how the visa process is going to happen or the reimbursement process is going to happen. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you join in the conversation in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.